And I wet my brush. I use a lot of water. I'm not going to wet the paper. I'm going to pull this over a little so I can reach it better. But I'm going to wet my brush, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm sort of mixing these colors. Not really worried too much to get started. And so I'm going to be using one of these little dishes for water so I can put it on really. And I'm going to start here at the top. And I'm just making strokes and kind of placing what I want where I want it. I don't worry about those. There's this is going to be a kind of a building, and so I'm thinking windows maybe. And as I go back further, I'm going to go into more blues, a little bit lighter, so that it looks further away. And as I come closer, I'm going to use more burnt sienna, and they're making the building longer, you see. And I will probably put a little purple in it, just for different reasons. I like purple. I guess it's one of my favorite colors. And also, I kind of use the paint all around. I don't just keep it in one spot, you know. Then, when I get to this stage, sometimes I like to spray it. And this would probably scare most people, but that's how you keep loose. You keep the water going and you keep the paint. So I'm going to fill in over here some more. I use a little more blue and a little more water on my brush. And then again, I'm going to spray it. Okay, I'm going to just kind of fade these down a little bit. See how nice that does that? You don't have to worry about, if you want pure white paper down there, well, that's a different story. Okay, we started that side. Now I'm thinking of possibly another building, maybe over here, and maybe it's a little bit more closer, maybe a little darker. To mix more paint. I'm not worrying exactly about the color yet, because it's, you know, it's just it's relaxing if you don't. Now I think this is kind of like a city street, and here's a building, and this after the meeting was the name was given to me by my mother-in-law, who is now deceased, but I asked her, the first painting I did of it, I said, what would you call this? And she said, she thought a moment, and she said, after the meeting. And I said, oh, that sounds good, because she was always going to meetings, and then you stand around and talk and meet people. And that's how it got its name. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of we're not going to gold in here, just for variety. You know, if you want a nice purple, probably most of you know that you can get a nice purple from Lism Crimson and Ultramarine Blue. It's kind of a grayed down purple here. Spraying. You see what I do? Sometimes I spray all the way down. I kind of like it to run down. Because in mine, I'm thinking of a street, and I'm thinking of a scene, possibly either in the winter or rain, something reflecting. So over on this side, right in here, I'm going to bring in some shapes of trees. That's why I'm going with a smaller brush. I'm not worrying about the color yet, but and I'm not too fond of that color, but I can change it. Something that you might like. Sometimes I even take my brush and hit it like this. Because I want this to look, I don't know, I don't want it to look real detailed. Then I'll spray those little things. That adds eventually a little bit. It's kind of like, now see, I'm getting rid of those, but I'll leave some of them. Make a video and to put it on the internet and do all the work of making the video and then getting it on YouTube to reach you, to my viewers and my fans, to show you that how much wonderful pleasure there is in painting. Even if you don't get a wonderful painting, you just get the pleasure of painting, and it's a joy. And you keep young that way. You know, I just don't want to grow old. I'm not going to grow old. I'm just young yet. So think that way. Okay, this is just the beginning, the undercoat, so to speak. And I have a few little things there that I want to get rid of. But I like to kind of smooth these out. Oh yeah, you can take it out. You know, you can at least eliminate it so you don't see it very much. Just by wetting your brush and running the water over. And that's why I use my Kleenex, you know. What I use Kleenex for, mainly, is to wipe it down. See, it's just dark. I don't like to go too dark yet. Actually, this is a little bit dark yet, too. So I'm going to add more water. And the more you fuss around, you know, if you're going to be fussy on a painting like this, forget it. You know, I could draw every little thing I wanted to put on there.